Hey guys, this is Steven from Tostemac, and it's time for another autism vlog. For those who have seen some of my vlogs in the past, you may know that I talk about a variety of topics and subjects that may concern the autistic community, or even educating neurotypicals about autism. But for this vlog, I'm going to do something a little different, and talk about a certain article that was published recently. Around a week ago, someone from Facebook had shared an article with me and expressed interest in me doing a vlog about it. Now, the title of the article is, Mom Fears Autistic Daughter Could Starve Because Tesco is Discontinuing Alphabet Potato Shapes. For those who are interested in reading the full article, I'll leave a link in the description down below. That way you can read it to its fullest and come up with your own opinion. But I'll give you a basic summary of what the article is saying. So there's a 5-year-old girl who has autism and really loves these alphabet potato shapes. I think they're French fries or something like that, yeah. And it's probably the only thing she eats right now. And as you can imagine, the mom and daughter are really happy with these alphabet potato shapes. But when they discovered that Tesco is pulling these alphabet potato shapes off the shelves and not bringing them back on again, they got really upset about it, like to the point where they actually made a petition to bring the product in question back on the shelves. Wow, talk about devotion. Now, granted, there are a variety of reasons why a company or a manufacturer may discontinue a certain product. Maybe they had to recall or get rid of it due to a health or safety issue. Maybe they're trying to push a new product in. They have to get the old product off first. Or maybe it's just not making enough money. They don't see the profit in the product anymore. But whenever companies discontinue a product, they often forget or leave out one thing. The people who actually buy the product. I mean, me personally, I had to deal with this a lot. Like, I remember a couple years ago, there was only a certain brand of taquitos or a certain brand of raviolis that I would eat because of like the appearance or taste. And when I find out that they've been taken off the shelves, I just stopped eating them. Unless, of course, we went out to a restaurant, and that was, like, very rare. And even then, I would just, like, take little nibbles of it to see if I would actually like it or not. Of course, now that I'm mentioning it, what with the subject of the article and the title of it and whatnot, I think I may have done an autism vlog about something similar to this a while back. Did I? I don't know. I mean, I've done so many in the past, it's kind of hard to keep track. Whatever, it's not that really important. I'm just getting too distracted and whatnot. So most of the time when companies or manufacturers discontinue a certain product, they don't really give advance notice to the customers or the stores that have the products. They just take it off the shelf, and that's pretty much it. Of course, this doesn't really bode well for customers who actually buy the product, especially autistic people, since they don't like surprises or last-minute changes. Now, on that note, some of you may be thinking, so what if a certain brand or product is being canceled? So what? Just move on to something else. You're gonna have to try new foods eventually because the body needs a variety of nutrients in order to stay well and healthy. And you would be right, health-wise. But what if a certain food becomes more than just food? What do I mean by that? Well, as mentioned in one of my previous autism vlogs, autistic people love routines, whether it be doing a certain chores on certain days, how they complete their homework at what time, or in this case, what particular foods that they eat. You see, they like to take a very few or very selective types of foods or snacks that they eat and try to set something like a comfort zone, something to fall back to in case the new thing they try doesn't really work out. And the problem is when you take away that certain comfort food, when you take away the comfort zone from the autistic person, it's kind of like sweeping a rug underneath someone's feet. It's unpleasant, it's uncomfortable, and it hurts. A lot. Whether you're autistic or not, we all need some form of a comfort zone. Whether it be music or food or something else entirely, we need our own little space to fall back on. Something that we can feel free to be ourselves without worrying about something bad happening or being judged or ridiculed or something like that. That is a different subject entirely. But of course, some of you may be thinking, well, if you really need that comfort zone, why not try to replicate the food in question? Just mix something that's very similar to the particular product. Just put it in the product bag and just present it to the autistic kid. I mean, they're just kids. They wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Objection! Here's the thing. Autistic kids are a lot of things, but when it comes to food, gullible is not one of them. The reason that they set a certain food as their comfort food or comfort zone and whatnot is because they remember everything about it. From the size, the texture, the color, the taste, the sensation that they feel when they're eating said food. So if someone tries to make a replica of it, if something's out of place, like a color pigmentation or something wrong with the flavor or the size, even one iota out of line, if they notice something different, they're going to call you out on it. And thus that would make them feel even less inclined to try something new. Not only because it feels different, but because you tried to trick them. Okay, so we need to establish and maintain some sort of comfort zone, that's something that we're used to. But at the same time, we can't exactly replicate the product in question, otherwise they're gonna tell the difference. So what would you do in this situation? Well, before I give my advice, I want you guys to know that this is strictly opinion-based. If you want to take this advice, great. And if not, that's perfectly okay too. I'm just getting my opinion out there after all. So let's see, what I would recommend for this particular situation. Well, first and foremost is trying not to worry so much about the alphabet potato things coming back and try to find a new comfort food. Now, I'm not saying this to be mean or cruel and whatnot. I'm just saying that there is a possibility that the product in question is never coming back. If it does come back, that's great, but what if it never does? You're gonna have to find something new at some point. But how? How do you find that new food or new comfort food for your kid? Well, you may have to be a little bit creative. Try to think less as a mom or dad and think more so as a chef. Try to think about the food that the kid really liked. What did they like about it? Let's think about this example. Maybe it was because it was shaped like the alphabet. There are plenty of alphabet products out there. Like there's alphabet spaghetti, alphabet soup. I think there's still like alphabet mac and cheese. I'm not exactly sure. Or you can even make alphabets out of like fruits and vegetables and whatnot. They're bright, they're colorful, and fun to play with. Of course, there are other colorful and playful things you can try too, like there's rainbow colored goldfish, there's a variety of different fruit snacks, so there's a lot of options out there. But the most important thing that you need to do is make it a fun and good experience, something that the kid will remember enjoying. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the food in question. It's how the food makes you feel while you're eating it. That's the most important part, and that's how the kid is gonna remember the food. Not just with the flavor and taste and whatnot, and appearance, although they are really important, but ultimately how they feel about it and how they remember it. So long as you get that part right, I'm sure the kid will find a new food eventually. Of course, if you want a more professional help or a more professional opinion, just seek out a local dietitian. They could probably help out sorting out a new diet routine or certain diet setup to follow, or maybe even some therapy sessions involving trying new foods and see if that stuff works. But whatever you do, whether you follow my advice or go for a more professional advice of a dietitian, whatever you do, start now. Because as mentioned before, early intervention is key. The earlier you get that kid to try new foods, the better off you'll be. Trust me. Well, that's basically my 2 cents on this article in question. What do you guys think? Do you think that they should bring more attention towards the petition to bring the product back, the Tesco alphabet potato shapes? Or should they try focusing on finding a new comfort food? And if so, what methods would you recommend? Let me know. As for me, I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here because I gotta celebrate my little brother's birthday today. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest vlogs. And let me know what you think about this article. Yeah, feel free to share in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your opinion. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and until the next video, see you later.